The Clutha District Council are discussing a conversation around supporting their own local economy, which kind of makes sense, I think. Most people would say straight away, yes, support your local economy. There is a memorandum of understanding, that's actually my word, I don't know if it's the official thing. There is an agreement that council sign up to an all-of-government contract system. So basically what it means is central body government can use certain suppliers, certain services that then the local body governments buy into because they're a good price. So in other words, central government organises contractors, organises various services to use that the councils then sign up to as an agreement to use them, and they get good prices. And Clutha's going, hang on, if we do that, some of our local businesses are missing out and we're giving it to businesses outside our community. So Lisa, they've said, why don't we give the money to the local guys?
Locals only. It's an awesome idea, and I think we should do it here. And I wonder whether, if we didn't have an agreement similar to this in Dunedin, whether the whole dreadful compass nonsense would have happened at the hospital with food if we weren't outsourcing so far out of the city and were instead employing local contractors.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Yeah, it's a really good point. My first thoughts when I read this story were that it's always a good idea to say this, but if your expenses go up by 40%, then the ratepayers will be going, why are you wasting our money? You know, it's I remember a classic conversation was around the poppies, you know, the poppies that people wear for Anzac Day, and they're sourced from offshore and they're put together here. And there was an uproar from the RSA, but then when the RSA realised that because they buy them more cheaply offshore, they get more of the profits back, that conversation stopped very quickly. So it's always a balancing act, but I think Clutha have done something quite smart. They've basically said they will allow a 5% premium on local prices to this group. It's the AOG, all of government groups. So they will pay 5% more, and if it's over $100,000, a maximum of $5,000. So if it's 200K, it still can only be $5,000 more. But it's not. So in other words, they're actually saying it's not it's not like it's going to be double.
Yeah, but any of that shopping local is always a trickle down to ballet fees and petrol in your car and people shopping at the supermarket. So it all comes back to the community.
The point that was made quite strongly by a local businessman was they have the council has a policy which is live, work and invest.
I like it.
So if your policy is live, work and invest, you kind of have to at least use local, invest in your local economy. Speaking of the council, Councillor Bruce Graham supported the proposal. He said this, quote, I think if we want the ratepayers to invest in us, then we've got to invest in them. Which kind of makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And for once, we're looking up to Clutha. We usually look down.
Don't say that. And also Councillor Gaynor Finch was someone who also supported it. She said this, we want to attract people to come here to our community, and I think it's important we have this in place. So, your council is a group that's supposed to run, look after, lead the city, and you'd have to say a council that's saying we want to keep our money here, we want to invest in locals here, are a council to be admired, and good on them.